Everything she's thought the last 4 years, she just hasn't had time to say.
Write it down.
Keeping a diary. No, probably not. So thanks for coming to Fireside Chat. I'm honored. Second week in a row, I got a text message asking me if I would sit here and help navigate this story time. So thanks for asking.
Thank you for
Coming along for the ride. So we have, kind of like last week if you were here when Erica was sharing, Emily and I chatted, and there's sort of a few themes that we're going to go with, and then Emily will tell you some stories maybe and share thoughts as she approaches graduation this term. She'll be finishing her time in this era at SSU. I mean, maybe he'll be back, maybe he'll be around, who knows. But first, I mean, she doesn't really need an introduction, but in case you don't know the origin story of Emily, you can introduce yourself. Where are you from?
Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Sydney. Yeah, I came here about like 5 weeks before first day of school. Decided to apply, and I loved it. It's been great so far. Yeah. And I'm in my 4th year taking psychology, and it went by very quickly. Yeah, very fast.
So what were your first impressions of SSU?
Well, I had no idea what the school was when I came. And yeah, there wasn't a lot of pictures online or anything about the campus or whatnot, so I wasn't really sure like what I was getting into. And then I drove with my mom for like 9 hours, and we were in St. Stephen. And it was really interesting. I came in the front door, and there's just a bunch of guys, like Peter and Josh and Malcolm. They just took all my stuff up to my room, and then I went to see my roommate, and it was really interesting coming here for the first time, because yeah, I didn't expect it to just be a big yellow house at all. Yeah, and it was really interesting kind of looking around for the first time and being like, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the next 4 years if I decide to stay. And I definitely, yeah, it took me like a semester to really get into the flow of things, and I think the second semester I really settled in, which was really great. But it was definitely really, yeah, not what I expected at all, but I'm so thankful for what it was, for what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And how did you hear about SSU?
I heard it from Holly O'Coin, who's also from Cape Breton. Yeah, and she told me about it, and then I told her I was coming, and she said, okay, I'll give you all my textbooks. So
whether or not you're in those classes.
Yeah, so that was really great, and yeah, coming here and then meeting everyone who was so friendly, it's just, yeah, made it a lot easier. Yeah, not knowing anyone, and I didn't really know Holly too well either before coming here, so.
So it really was starting fresh.
Yes, yeah.
So what we've been talking about as Emily prepares for this is a few things like travel, a big significant piece of pretty much, I guess, everyone's time at SSU. And along with that, the idea of your worldview, understanding, you know, what, maybe coming to a place where you start to realize you have a worldview, what it is, and how it maybe is being challenged or changed. I think that process is sometimes you realize as it's happening, or maybe it's happening and you look back and you go, oh, I'm not who I was before, or I don't think the same way. And I think it's no surprise, this has been a theme in a lot of fireside chats, a lot of conversations at SSU. People come here and tend to go through a period of transforming their worldview, or having it transform whether they really want to like it or not. And travel is a big part of that. So do you want to talk a little bit about, I mean, there were some requests that Emily just start talking about travel terms, and I would just let her go. There's some great stories. I'm saying my idea was to just bring up the topic of ginger ale and let her just like wax philosophical about how amazing ginger ale is.
Enough like to Asia.
And how many countries in the world now she's searched for ginger ale, and how many times she's been successful or not in finding ginger ale, but I digress. Worldview seems to be a little more important. Did you say 9 countries?
Yeah, just about.
9 countries. Yeah. ginger ale. So as you've been drinking the ginger ale all around the world, so how did the travel terms, I mean, you can touch on both specifically or just kind of highlight how that really changed or impacted your worldview?
Yeah, okay. Well, like I said, coming here was really unsuspected, and I was right out of high school, so I was definitely immature, but very confident in my immaturity. And yeah, I had the really like straight view of you know, what I knew to be correct, and first semester really was different for me, kind of hearing everyone else's perspectives. We took Peter's worldview class, which I never really thought of worldview before. And then, yeah, like I said, that first and second semester was kind of just getting into it. I didn't realize how relevant that would be when I went to Asia. And I mean, even through my first year, my attitudes and, yeah, I completely changed, yeah, my worldview in like less than a year. And then we went to Asia, and I really wasn't prepared for, you know, me when I signed up, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to Asia. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go get into this big community of people who are going to make me question things. Yeah, so then when I went to Asia, it was really an experience because, I mean, our group was really good. Like, we were a really tight-knit group. Everyone we came in with for our first year. Which was really good, but we all came from definitely like different backgrounds and perspectives, and I mean it definitely came up in class a lot, and I mean it really helped me grow hearing other people's ideas and their beliefs, and then going to Asia and seeing it so applied like in Malaysia and the Philippines and in Thailand, like this that different type of worldview and how they carry it, and then also traveling with all my peers and seeing how they handle things and how they, you know, like look at different things in the world, and it really, yeah, kind of made me want to question why I act the way I do, and see how, yeah, I could just see how their attitudes really like reflected good in the world and like onto themselves, and I definitely wanted to do that, which is like kind of, yeah, where I began, you know, being less confident in my immaturity, and came a little more humbly to yeah, accepting people where they were at, because when I came here, everyone accepted me where I was at, which I didn't deserve. Thank you all. And then coming back from Asia was amazing. We had a little group, I think there was like 30 of us in the school at that time, because there's people traveling, there's 2 terms, kind of one away and then one preparing for Europe. So there was hardly any of us at the school, and it was really special. And it was kind of everyone that we went to Asia with. We were all back again for another semester living on campus, and that was an amazing, amazing semester. And it was definitely challenging too, like getting back from Asia and being so close with these people. And you try and not let like different things kind of affect like how, like disagreements and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, just again taking people where they're at and people taking me where I was at, and just understanding, which was like really, really great. And then we had another semester here, and then we went to Europe for the summer, which was just another, like I thought I was smart after Asia. And oh my goodness, I look back to Asia, and yeah, I was still really immature then, and I still am now, but like Europe definitely was another just amazing experience of like, yeah, changing how I perceive the world and how I treat other people, and yeah, just like how I want to be. Yeah.
When we were talking yesterday, we were also talking to Anna, and she mentioned some of what happened in London. I don't know if you want to highlight like, just an example.
Yeah, for sure. So, not that London story.
Maybe there'll be a fireside chat.
Yes, that London story. Maybe we have time. Yeah, okay, so like I said before I came to SSU, I was very like stubborn and in my beliefs and thoughts, and I think that definitely comes from like the kind of close community that I have at home, and like their worldview and how it's like, it's all very similar, kind of based around the same things, not a lot of room for like kind of like taking into account other people's experiences and situations and whatnot. So I mean, every time before I went traveling, everyone would always be like, oh, like, are you scared, like you're gonna die, or like something's gonna happen, and like all these things kind of like, you know, like that's why I would never go to Europe or I would never go to Asia, you know, like a fear of like terror or something. And like although I never like fed into any of that, it definitely was, and I never would, but I never kind of questioned the other side of that either, which is something that I was doing for like the last 3 years. But then, especially when I was in London, there was a terrorist attack in Manchester. Yeah, and kind of like, you know, everyone messaged me being like, "You okay? You okay?" Yeah, like we were in London, and you're good. But we all kind of woke up and it was all kind of shook, and we were all kind of shook up about what was going on and stuff. And my friends were messaging me and they were like, you know, like we said, this was gonna happen, like that thing, kind of, those things happen all the time. Like, how are you? Like, are you okay? Like, are you coming home? Like, all this kind of stuff. And it kind of just, yeah, made me really think too about like the other sides of arguments that I kind of never even consider, and like being in that moment of like being scared definitely made me come back to like where I'm at and try and understand other people's view who like aren't as accepting, and like why definitely like they feel like that. Yeah, I mean, Deanna had a big kind of chat about that, and I was like, am I the one being, you know, kind of like ignorant and like not, as I'm not like understanding other people's like, you know, fears and whatnot. And I mean, I came back to my own conclusion of I was right. I was fine, but I was still like thinking through those processes and thinking about like why people think, and you know, it's not something I take into account like right off the dot, like when I disagree with it, because it doesn't resonate with me. But it definitely helps me to process more and like help understand why other people feel the way they do. Those types of things.
And we were talking a little bit, which I think has also been a theme in other fireside chats and conversations here, that you're in your life here, and we spend every day questioning, talking. You're in an academic environment, you're with again a group of people who want to engage, and then whatever your background is or your home is like, be it similar or not, there can be a little bit of that, especially on a travel term, you're in your little bubble. It's the world, but you're in your little bubble sometimes, and to have some of those competing thoughts come back in and be faced with this moment in yourself of, do I stand here or do I stand there, and why? And actually have to answer that, but also have some grace for yourself that you're in the figuring it out, right? And so are those people, even if they're reacting out of fear.
Yeah, people walking through like Thailand or somewhere in Europe, you know, definitely in our own little bubble most of the time. But yeah, kind of comparing that to like going home and stuff, it's really hard because when we're here all the time, we're like learning about these things, and we're all kind of on the same page most of the time about just really big topics about identity and how we should act and behave and what we want to be like. And then you kind of go home and I feel like a lot of people aren't wrestling with the same things I don't necessarily am all the time. So yeah, it's kind of hard to like, and I mean, we're in a big bubble here, right, sometimes, and I go home and this is kind of just another thing I think back to, and I definitely sometimes kind of fall into like how like my behaviors like when I was home and how I act around people. But yeah, what was I getting at?
In lots of places. It made me think though, when you're talking about in a way here we can sometimes be on the same page. I also think many times we're not necessarily, but we're also in a place where the environment is set up, not perfectly, but set up to be able to engage. Like we talk a lot about, we're in a classroom, we don't all think the same. That's okay, first of all, and some communities, there's just an implicit understanding that it's not okay if you don't think the same. So first of all, we're starting with that here. So you're probably building up more of a muscle of knowing how to engage with people who don't think like you. But then you go home and maybe it can feel like, how do I put this into practice here? Didn't you guys all get the syllabus that said we're supposed to be kind to each other and listen in class? Like, so some of that is learning how to practice what you're taking in here in the world. And we were talking a little bit about, so you're coming up to graduation and not sure what you're doing next, but I think, are there certain aspects, I think you're already touching on it, but certain aspects of what you've learned here at SOC that you think will serve you well as you go out and wherever you end up back in Cape Breton, or, it may be challenging, but things that will help you maybe engage with people
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I've really learned, I mean, my first semester, I was like, they're all like, you have to be contributing to community and be part of this community. And I was like, no, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, as I went on, I mean, I see how really important it is. And kind of just, yeah, leaving this place too, I feel like it's a major thing for me for like wherever I go that there is this type of community. Not like similar, but like a lot of different different things, but similar kind of like construct of it, because I think it's just so healthy and good and great. But yeah, and going home too, like I was saying, coming here with my stubborn kind of view of the world, and then also when I go home, I have to take those people to like where they're at and understand them, instead of kind of being like, no, like, you can't do that, you can get the syllabus, But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be challenging, but there's definitely a lot of meaningful things that I've taken from this place, and like, that has made me a part of who I am, and like it's given me perspective on like how I want to act and like how I want my life to be. And I definitely think it is like around like community, right? Very important.
And learning how to be a part of initiating community, like you said, first year, a little bit like, great, thanks guys, no thanks guys. Yeah. And then over time realizing, I think you were saying that yesterday, realizing, oh, now I want to, or like I want to make myself a part of this, and I want to help other people who are new here experience that. And so then going out into the world. And I would also say, I think we can probably all agree, you bring a wonderful aspect to this community. Though you may be stubborn, and though you may have opinions, that's okay, we love it. And I can remember, I said this with Erica last week, but you were sitting beside Erica in those first year classes in the back. And then translating that to Asia and as you go on. But that kind of confidence, maybe in your maturity to begin with, but that kind of confidence I think also serves you well, because as you start to know how you do want to treat people, you're confident as you move forward. You're confident that, I'm going to accept you. I'm going to take you for who you are. Yeah. And I will also maybe lead the way for other people to feel comfortable that they can do that too.
And you're going to enjoy it.
And by the way, I'm right. So let's just get that. Yeah.
And it's hard to like thinking, I mean, coming in first year, not knowing really what the community was, what community was in general. And then being so into it second year when we're traveling and then coming back and everything. It's just such a major part of being here, and was like, probably one of the like meaningful parts of it for me, being completely integrated into the community and being a part of it. And then going into third year, we traveled, so we had a semester off, but still there too, and just trying to see the balance. But now in fourth year, I can't put as much into it as I'd like to, but I'm also trying to like, not pull myself out of it, but like see where, like after putting so much energy into it, and then trying to just like push back and be like, okay, like I'm good, yeah, trying to just give myself room for that. It's just still also like accepting how great it was, but trying not to put all my, too much energy into it.
We talked about attitude. That was another thing. And I think again, this is a lot of overlapping themes here. But I think I'm interested to hear, because from your perspective, I think you've said some things that are kind of like, I came in expecting this about myself, and this about the world, and this about how things might go. And a lot of that has changed, maybe actually, but I also think maybe some of it is your attitude towards those things that change. So maybe if you want to say something like your attitude towards yourself and your attitude towards others.
Actually, it's completely done a big flip since coming here. Totally just, I think the school flipped my worldview, and my attitude just kind of went its head. And then again and again, multiple times. But I think attitude's a big thing for me, and especially in travel terms, when you're with a big group, kind of seeing like, and being in camp, like on campus, hanging out with your friends, being in class, and just seeing how your attitude, I mean like your perspectives and worldview are thing, but like how you act it out and like treat people, is really what matters in the end. Yeah, people, I've definitely met a lot of people that just have had amazing attitudes about things, and situations, and I mean, that's the only way now that I think about it, is that you can kind of, you just get frustrated if you don't kind of have a good attitude about things, you know, no matter how shitty something gets. You kind of just have to deal with it, and especially being in community, like, it's just such a major thing. Like, you can't, your attitude definitely affects everyone. Especially on travel terms when you're so close knit, like all together all the time. You really have to, and it's just so much more like aggressive to just like be in a good attitude, and not even be in a good attitude. Everyone has their moments, but just have a good attitude, knowing that like whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen, and that's gonna be what the day is. But like we're all here together experiencing the same thing. So no matter if you're feeling bad or if everyone's feeling bad, nothing's, I mean, you can make it better in that moment instead of dwelling on it, for sure. And yeah, I think that's so important while living on campus and while traveling.
I don't know if on your Asia trip we had this same prof who taught the lecture on Buddhism, but I quote him all the time. He says, something happens, you can either freak out or eat an orange.
Eat an orange.
And it has come in handy so many times. Not just on travel terms, but so many days I think, I could just freak out or I could eat an orange. and you know, you were quite sick for part of the Asia trip. And I would say, you know, you persevered. Yeah. And a lot of that picture that I think was used to advertise this, of Emily with her travel pillow around her neck. There were many, many days of Emily just like,
I sprang it everywhere.
not at her best physically, but really just being a trooper and powering through. And I think, and probably in the process of learning how to let your attitude play out, like to accept yourself when you're not having a good day, and not pretend.
No,
I can't pretend. It's
No.
just, I feel like crap. I just gotta say it out loud. But how do I keep moving and also recognize that my actions affect the group? I mean, we could probably eat an orange and it'll be okay.
Yeah. I bring that travel pillow everywhere for those 2 weeks that I was sick. And we were in the airport. We have really silly pictures.
If I were more prepared today, I would have had a montage. I did make one, but I just had of Emily with all these travel pillows, and her face was kind of always just looking at me. You know that Emily look? Like, I am so done with this moment.
But I'm here. Yeah.
And we're so glad. You know?
We're getting on the plane.
So there are, you know, a few other things that we kind of had covered in our conversation, but we also wanted to, Emily definitely wanted to open it up for people if you have questions, and there may be a few specific, you know, stories that people want to hear. But yeah, if there's anything, we have about 10 minutes, I think, that anybody wants to ask.
What country has the best ginger ale?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would have to say Malaysia.
Really?
Yeah.
What country was the hardest to find ginger ale?
The Philippines. Yeah, but after we got to Hotel Tiffany, because as soon as we walked in, and me and Deanna were both sick, and there was this like Coke fridge, and it was all like Coke and like Fanta, but then there was like 2 green cans, like, sparkling.
I shoved down.
Like, take our money. And I drank mine in like 10 seconds, and then Deanna had this for a bit. She still shared it with me. I could too, if Emily's still here, is she still here? Touch on the London story.
Agree.
Yeah, okay, so, big day. Where were we going? Oxford? Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, so we're headed out bright and early in Europe, on the train, and we took it. And we got there, and it was an interesting long day. It was good, but then me and Erica decided that we were going to go see Mamma Mia, which I love Mamma Mia, and we got the chance to go see it. So we were like, this is going to be great, like what a great day, blah, blah, blah. But we were tired, and there was something kind of like upsetting us. I think maybe it was just like a long day. And then we were on our way back. Me, Erica, and Bernadette all jumped on the wrong train for some reason. And there was just like, 15 minutes of like just total stress. We're just like, where are we going? It was just totally me. Bernadette had her cell phone with minutes on it. And Erica was like, it's fine, like I know the way back. And I was like, it doesn't matter, we're not gonna miss that. We're gonna miss Mamma Mia. It's gonna be so bad. And I was just like trying not to cry. But then there's also this woman, she was like, oh, like this bus, this train goes right back to like where you guys are going and you're gonna meet them there. And then Bernadette was texting Rachel and Rebecca, and you're like, okay, you know, just kind of look up. And then we realized we have to jump off this train and run like through stairs and hallways to get to the next one. And like, being like, oh god! Like, it was just like, everyone like, yeah, Bernadette and Erica were just totally kind of chilling. I was just like, I really thought that you know, today was ruined. Mamma Mia.
I'm gonna live on this train.
So yeah, and we get off the train and we're in the big station and talking to Rachel and Rebecca, and bird poops on me. On my head somewhat, and then like mostly on my hand. And I'm like, I was holding back tears that whole time, and I was just like, and everyone comes with like the sanitizer and the wet wipes, and they're like, it's okay, I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. Put me down, they're like, you know, I'm like, okay, it's okay. Like, I think it's like me and Erica were the only two other people to get the next train. We went somewhere else, and everyone else kind of went home. And I forgot a sweater, I was super cold, and I was just like I was still really bummed about the train situation. Still like even more bummed after the pigeon pooped on me, because I was just like, this isn't fair, this is supposed to be like Mamma Mia day. And it wasn't. And then this is like the fourth day of the trip. And yeah, I'm still really tired. Yeah, we get on the thing, we go there.
Because, sorry, gotta say, this girl hit the road running.
Yes.
You were like so pumped for months beforehand.
I was.
She spends more energy in those 4 days.
Yeah, I gave it all I had the first 3 days. I was like, we're going, we're traveling all summer. It's gonna be great, guys. Like everyone was kind of on the bus like this, and I was like, oh yeah. Here we go. Like, oh yeah. And then we were also kind of chatting about like, you know, how to take the trip and like, you know, don't put too much energy into it. By the fourth day, I was like, okay. Yeah. So I was exhausted, just so like defeated. Me and Erica went and grabbed a drink. We went to go get tickets. We couldn't sit together. We were all like, oh god, whatever. But then we went back to the market there because I went to go get a sweater. There was like this small sweater and this large one, 2 pounds, had Pikachu on it with like Link's like tunic and cap on, so a little Zelda Pikachu Pokemon little mix up. I got the extra large for some reason, but I also ran like the smallest suitcase ever. I had to carry that with me for the rest of the trip. I was like, I paid 2 pounds for this, I should just get rid of it. But then I was like, I will never find something like this. I have not worn it since that night. But yeah, so we get to Mamma Mia. I'm starting to feel better. It's beautiful. This French man let us sit next to each other because I was like sobbing the whole time. I don't know why, but I was just really excited. It was like happy tears. Anyways, we get on the bus, on the train home, and we're just like ready. And then Erica loses her iPhone on the train, on the seat, and it was just bad and weird. And then like after me being defeated all day, and like Erica's like, no, it's okay. Like, you know, we're going to see Mamma Mia, like we're gonna go home, it's gonna be cool. And I was like, yeah, you know. And then she lost her phone, and we got back, we were in Catford, and we got back to our little apartment, and we were kind of sitting there for a second. She was like, I can't find my phone, and like Erica can never find her phone, so I'm like, oh yeah. And then she like dumps out her bag, and like we're looking, and then she's like, my phone's not here. So didn't we sprint back to the station, Pikachu sweater, and we ran back so fast, couldn't get it. Was sad. We got to the train. Yeah, the conductor was like, this isn't the same train. We're like, yeah, it is. No, it's not. We're like, oh, okay, yes, it is. Can you say so? Fine. And yeah, but I mean, as the time went on, We still had a great Mamma Mia day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just all about attitude.
That's not.
Yeah. And then the next day we went to some other place. We got a new phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so happy it was fixed.
Yeah. What a memory.
Interesting day.
On your head.
That was just the start.
Of a beautiful journey. Oh wow, that's a good one. Whew. Any other requests or comments or?
What's your favorite Bob Seger song?
Oh goodness.
This is harder than the ginger ale question.
Oh goodness. What can I say? Still the same.
Oh, good one.
Still the same.
I request that you wear the Pikachu Link sweater.
Yes.
For graduation.
That she made that addition. You just said wear it. You said dress it.
No, I add it.
Yeah.
I wrote that additional.
Would be great. Would be great.
Yeah. Extra large. It could be a dress.
It is.
Okay.
It is a dress.
A little belt.
Yes. Shape.
Any other comments, questions?
Well, I wanted just so similar, similar in a way and different in a way, listening to you after Erica last week, because the two of you, I really see what you're saying. Because the first year in class, you know, there was such a marked difference when you came back from Asia. It was unbelievable. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot of times over the years, but I don't know that I've ever seen it in such a marked way as between you and Erica. And you are hilarious. Thank you so much for this.
Went from like 0 to hero.
Something definitely happened in Asia where I was like, oh,
Something definitely
I
happened.
gotta do my work and do it good. Because too, I was like, what if I don't come back? What am I gonna do? What if they don't want me? Do my homework.
I'm gonna leave you in Asia. What if I don't come back?
But then also coming back too, and my professor's telling me how good I did and am doing is like the most encouraging thing. And I'm like, I want to get good marks, so you're proud of me. I'm doing it for you guys.
But I'm still proud of you.
Since I was very obnoxious in here.
No, this is great.
Not the worst, but a little destructive.
We all need a little challenge in our lives.
I really don't seriously.
Okay, final comments, questions. I know Emily has class at 1:30, so.
Hi.
Hi.
So you talked about like how your Mamma Mia day was one of those things where something crazy and weird happened all day long and it was about attitude. Can
Yeah.
you share something about that in your experience here at SSU? Have you had another experience that was crazy and weird and really ended up being about attitude? Or just a weird story, that's cool.
I can't think of anything really in particular, but I mean, definitely it's so relevant. I mean, being in class and being around here at the school and dealing with everyone. Not dealing with everyone. Taking everyone where they are. Accepting them.
And eating that orange. Dealing with you.
Yeah, there's definitely days where I've been like, this is not something, like I don't need to, like they're like, you know, there's something going on and it's just like, they don't need my anything, I'm just gonna leave, you know? And just being like, making those decisions to be like, you know, I could say something, yeah, being like, no, I don't need to. About, yeah, big things and things.
I've told this story to some people before, but this is a growth moment. So in Asia, and how I've seen you change over these 2 years, Emily wasn't feeling well, and we were in a classroom, and she was on a break. They were all on a break, and she was lying down over the chairs with her travel pillow, her uniform, so her skirt, her polo shirt, and her travel pillow lying down having a little nap. The rest of the class was just enjoying their break, just having a great time.
Christian's really enjoying the microphone.
Oh yeah. So I think there was some singing. So people were just kind of getting into it. I actually didn't realize Emily was in the room because she was lying down. down so I couldn't see her. And out of nowhere, she just sits right up and goes, "Can you just shut up?" And then lies right back to her. And I was like, actually, the same sentiment I had, maybe we could have communicated. And then over time, and I mean, in a way, I thought that's exactly what I would have said. I just probably couldn't have, but.
Well, a little later, someone got her banana showers.
And then
Yes.
someone got her spinach.
All forgiven.
Yeah, and that's what I say. It was all forgiven. You might have a moment where it just kind of hit the roof for a second, but you were able to just let it float off your shoulders and keep going. And I do think, to say that was a funny moment, because it did strike me as hilarious, especially with that travel camp. But then to see over time, there are moments where your voice does really need to be heard, and it's good for you to have that, ability to, you do have the ability to speak into something and speak truth just right there, but also to discern and keep learning for yourself that there are moments maybe when it's, oh, I can probably step back and not need to say anything, and then the moments where it's still great to say.
Yeah, and definitely all those moments in Asia when I was super sick and yelling at everyone, and everyone was just taking me where I was. Like bragging, like, "Shh, we're sleeping, guys." Like,
They quieted down after
Yeah.
that. I was like, yeah. Silas, last question.
How much do you miss sandboarding?
Not at all. There's a nice video of me getting on the sandboard for, we were in the sand dunes in the Philippines, and I just went, I was like, I can do this. Because no one was doing it, and then the guy was all pumped, and then I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I did it, and I made it like an inch down the head. Face, like I was just like, and I was just in a bit of a roll, and then I got off my face, like I was just in the sun, I was all sweaty, and it was just sand all over my face, and it was all over me, and I was just like, that wasn't fun. Everyone did it, and it was
like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. And you just like turn around, walk up the hill, like, there's sand on here. I'm fine.
like, I tried to get the most of it off of me, and then people were still like, you have to stand on you, I'm like, yeah, I do. But then we went to the ocean.
And the ocean also kind of knocked it.
I think me and Greg and Beth really got it worse, and Allie was there. And we all ran, and the men were like, no.
Go in, and then the whole group just went.
And then one like got dragged back in the shore. We were like this far in.
So this lesson, I guess, we'll leave you with is when life knocks you down, just get back up and eat more.
Yeah. When life throws sand at you, just get
When a pigeon poops
Raw.
on you, you can still be a Mamma Mia kind of day.
wear your great sweater.
Okay, well, if you have more comments or questions, of course, I think come and talk to Emily. She'd be glad to chat. She may not for long right now. She has class, but thanks. We love you. We're so glad.